Alright, here we go. One more of Dawn of Souls. Hoping today to get to Kraken there, as you can see on my stream. Let's head to it. Again, I haven't really thought about it much, and I think we're just outside the volcano. Yep. So we've got to get back to the ship. Ice Cave is going to be the next target that we need to tackle. And I'm very curious to see how some of the enemies in the Ice Cave got translated and how we can fare against them. Although with this save anywhere thing, it's quite an advantage to have the save anywhere function. Last time I did 2 of the dungeons that some of the FF community call the mid-game Troika, and I really enjoy that name. I am going to have to be checking the map quite often here, because I get lost very easily. Need to get back to Crescent there, so I need to head, yes, down, left, right. So at least the map function is a little handier in this version of the game. Comes up a little bit more quickly. So that is one thing this game does have going for it, is a little bit faster, faster on the uptake for things like that. Let's go Ice 2. Just because I've got plenty of MP and I'm going right back to a town. It's actually going to be hard. It's actually hard to get used to these other names for spells. Yeah, and spells seem to be really nerfed with the red mages. I wonder why his did so much more damage. Is that? I wonder if that's a random thing with the intelligence growth, maybe. Let me take a look actually, because I'm curious now. I'm curious now. Let's take a look. Yeah, so their level is the same, or maybe he was the one who got the level up there, possibly. But let's see what kind of stats we've got. Intelligence of 20 and 20. Okay, so they're the same. Maybe it was just that level up. I didn't quite see if it was the 4th character, the character who's named Oh No, who got that last level up. Maybe it was that character, and that's why he got an intelligence level, or an intelligence stat. I haven't looked too closely at how stats are calculated here in this version. We should be one-hit killing all of these things except maybe the Hydra by now. Nice that we don't have to worry about row penalties, I don't think, at least. Yeah, we're not worrying about row penalties. So that's good. Here's Crescent Lake. There's all the stuff that can poison you out here, which of course is nasty. I don't think there's anything else I need to buy, although I will check before we go to Ice Cave. I'm going to speed through this because, again, ridiculously long on the inn stays in this game. For whatever reason, I do not know. Alright, have we reached... It looks like we have reached level 5. Yeah, we've reached level 5 spell ability, so I'm going to be heading back to Melmond to pick up my level 5 spells. Troll's actually about the best enemy you can run into out here. All the other ones can poison you, or most of the other ones I should say, because this is a giant, or Hilgigus as it's known in this version. They can't poison you, and they give fairly good golden experience, although at this point in the game, the golden experience is a little bit irrelevant to me. I don't really need them that much by this point of the game. Although it's kind of hard to get a feel for the balance of leveling in this game, because you really level up quickly. Like on the NES version, there'd be no way I'd be anywhere close to level 20 at this point in the game. With where I am right now, I need to get zoomed out a little bit. Okay, Melmond is up there. Okay. So Melmond has my my level 5 magic, and these are the guys that were making me very upset with not letting me run last time. I remember I ran into a group of these guys are just, they're not really worth anything for golden experience. So they're really not worth fighting. So 75 experience, 300 gold. The gold is definitely not worth much for us. And then, yeah, 4,200 experience for next level. And he's partway through that already. So the experience is just nil for us. We'll do the same thing, though, just because we're heading to a town where I'll stay at the inn. Just to get these guys quickly, because a couple rounds of not running just ends up being really fast, or taking a long time. The opposite of fast. Slow. Alright, yeah, see? What a waste. And, am I on that island? Yeah. Another thing, the Game Boy Advance has a much smaller field of view, and that's a problem with Final Fantasy V, which is the other RPG I've played on this. On GBA. I haven't played, actually, I think these are the only two GBA games I've played. Dawn of Souls and Final Fantasy V, because I got the VBA emulator here, specifically for the Fiesta last year. Alright, so let's see, we get, okay, the life spell, but he can't learn that yet. They can learn this. Okay, so, is Cure Aga? Is that Cure 3? I think that's Cure 3. Let me see what the black, spells are here. I can't remember what they are in this version. Scourge, right? I can't learn that anyway. Okay, that's the warp spell. And, okay, slow. Alright, so it really looks like it's just going to be Fire 3 and Cure 3. I'm going to learn for both of them, at least right now. Because I'll want to learn warp with at least one of them. So we'll do Fire 3 here. And we'll get Cure 3 back here. Although adding MP really changes the balance of it, because suddenly getting these spells is not quite as vital as it was before. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah. Cast it from my gauntlets. Just get these guys out of here quickly. Because, yeah, so I'm always thinking, like, oh, yeah, it's great to have those extra healing spells, but when you have MP, you can cast, you know, I could cast Cure 2 all the times I wanted to. You didn't have, like, you don't have the wasted spell charges, which is a problem in Final Fantasy 1 on the NES version. I would have, like, a level 5 spell charge. Oh, I got myself in this bay. That's a problem with this field of view being as small as it is on the GBA, and I know that's a common problem, and I'm not just harping on it to harp on it, but it is a difference, and it is a noticeable difference. Even though I know my way around the map pretty well, I like to think I know my way around the Final Fantasy 1 map pretty well. I get myself stuck in different spots here. Alright, I think this is the best way to the Ice Cave. I need to confirm, though, so after this battle, I will confirm. Nice. Glad I can one-shot those guys, because the Ice Cave is going to be nasty. I need that finger out of there. No, shoot. Okay, there we go. So that's an interesting thing. I need to get that finger out of there so I can see the route that I need to take. And I believe, yeah, this is correct. I need to go up at that first junction, and then all the way around to the left. Okay. And all the way around to the left. Because again, you're really relying on that map a lot in this when you can't see where you are. All right, we got to strike first. We'll just fight them, get rid of them. I'm not sure what level I'm going to need to be for the final dungeon assault. I poorly planned my strikes there. I could have one-rounded them if I wasn't just mashing the A button. But I'm spoiled on this version because I can mash the A button in battles. Of course, this is not the case. Oh, that must be another cave, another shrine? What shrine is that? I wonder. That must be another one of these secret shrines, but, wow, this is an interesting battle here. Yeah, I'll just use the heal staff just to keep her hit points up a little bit. Because I've seen the Earth Shrine, I've seen the Water Shrine. I wonder, like, would they stick the Wind Shrine over here? That seems interesting. I guess if I had to think of a place to put the Wind Shrine, it would not be there. See, there was a nasty smack to my third red mage, my third position red mage. That was a nasty punch. Whisper Wind Cove. Lupagamido. Lupagamido. Alright, yeah, that's definitely Tiamat. That's definitely Tiamat there, so... Huh. So this is clearly another one of those bonus caves. And I don't know why they stuck it here, but, okay, we'll go with it. You need the canoe to get into this cave, huh? There's the ice cave down there. And I think this will get me around to it. Yeah. This is right. So yeah, they made the map more detailed. So the way this river works is that they've widened it so it looks like it's wide, but it's still only one tile wide, which is what all the rivers are in the first Final Fantasy, except there's a couple of lakes that are a couple of tiles wide. But most of the river there, so Ne Ocho instead of Ne Ocho, which looks like Nacho in the NES version. So they've widened a couple of the caves. And by the way, have I been getting high potions? Are those real? Oh, and I still have only 2 socks. I should have bought some more, but I should be able to do the ice cave okay. Oh gosh, I should have bought some more. Where are these high potions I have been seeing after battles? 150 hit points from a high potion, huh? Wow. And 50 from the heal potions. I'm spoiled with how much power I have. All right, I'm gonna use I'll just use one of my cottages. I don't really need to, but I will, and then I'll save and go in. And I guess I will be making use of the save in dungeon feature in here, because why not? And you can even dash inside of these dungeons, which is nice. See, this is the kind of battle I do not want to run into. One with 5 cockatrices. This is one that could game over me. Especially if they get the chance to strike first. So already not off to a great start with battle number 1 being getting a stone attack. I should have checked that before I made my way into the rivers. And these guys, I think, are about the least threatening enemies in this ice cave. You can run into wizards and sorcerers, and the cockatrices, which are all nasty. And I know they have enough letters now to actually spell out cockatrice. When these guys can stun you, so they did keep in the nasty enemy combos in this dungeon. They kept those in, so we've got that going for us, I guess. We've got that happening. Oh yeah, I guess the next boss isn't Kraken. I need to correct that. I forgot about that. I'm going to correct the next boss there. I'm sorry. The next boss is the Eye, down here at the bottom of the ice cave. I have that absolutely incorrect. Blood bones. These would be the red bones, and I think it's R bone in the NES version. I don't think they spell out red bone. I think it's R bone. Go. This is just a big square, so this floor layout is the same. There's a few good treasures in this dungeon that we want to try to grab. The big one we need is it's called a floater. in the NES version. I'm not sure what it's called in this one. Someone mentioned it before, like float stone or something. Yep, I remember this floor. Alright, nothing there. This has and just like the NES version, this has the very happy music, the happy Matoya's Cave music. I think it's Matoya's Cave. As we first hear it. I think they use it in the Dwarf Cave too. But it has this very, yeah, major key, happy, bouncy music. They didn't bother to remix this one like they remixed. Oh, this would be the Frosties. Let me see how they take to Fire 3. I'm just curious how much damage they can do. Alright, so that was a good attack he chose to do, and we can one-hit them, which is nice. They'll provide us with a pretty good experience. Okay. We're already there, huh? So if I remember correctly from the NES version, the upper right chest is trapped by really nasty enemies and just has clothes in it, cloth armor. The one up here has, is it ice armor or flame armor? Flame sword. Yep, sorry, flame sword. That's one of the things we need. We need the flame sword. There we go. So we have an upgrade for one of our mages. Now we have to fall down one of these holes. There we go. And this next square, if they've gone consistent with the NES version, should be trapped by an undead battle. So I'm going to check my my status here. I'm going to heal up just a little bit because probably it's unrunnable. And we'll have to fight our way out of this undead battle. Yep. Oh, and we got a back attack on it, which is not great. But I guess you could say I've been, outside of that very first battle down here, I've been rather lucky with my encounters. We'll just do a couple of Fire 2s on these guys. I've been underutilizing magic in this game big time, because magic just doesn't seem to have the same punch as the physical attacks in these red mages, and I'm trying to remember if that's how much differently balanced that is from the NES version that we all know and love so much. Yes, we have some damaging floors down here. Yep. And I think there's some money, a few other treasures on this floor. Frost D. So this is the move I do not want him to do. That's the move I do not want him to pull out. I much prefer the, yeah, ice armor. This is the kind of stuff we're looking for. Alright, he's got the flame mail. Alright, cool, cool. Alright, got to heal up after that nasty attack. Yeah, and you notice my fighters took a little bit more damage. Hello, Ark. I am a little bit earlier than my my normal attempt. Yes, that's true. I had to get started a little bit early. Metro gloves. I don't know if that's any good for any of these guys. He has it, and these guys can't use it. We're okay. Yeah, Ark, you did miss very little. You missed the walk from the volcano to the ice cave, basically. You missed me forgetting to stock up on soft potions. So I only had 2 going in here, and I got a stoned fighter in the very first battle down here. I didn't notice I was so low on softs. But other than that, my luck with encounters has been pretty lucky so far. I'm already almost finished with the ice cave. Once I pop up to that next hole, I'll be able to fight the eye, grab the floater, and get out of here. Although it's never that simple. Oh, I have to go down and to the right, I think. Alright. So I'm just praying that my good luck holds up for encounters. I run into a couple of Frosties. And Jinx, yeah. Yes, Jinx. Yes. So I'm hoping today to get to Kraken and fight Kraken. I should be able to, especially at the rate I'm going through the ice cave here. Is it? Yeah, okay, it's down and to the right. There we go. Ooh, I'm trying to remember. This is, Remoraz is another D&D underground monster. I'm trying to remember, are there like great peeds in the ice cave? I'm trying to remember which of the peed family pops up down here. It's not there. I think there's some money down and to the left. I'm not really looking for the money. And the Mind Flayers, are these the wizards or are these the sorcerers? I can't remember which of these is which. It doesn't matter because they went down. No problem. Yeah, I think this is what I'm looking for. Yeah, this is where I want to be. An ether. So I wonder what was in the chest in the NES version. I can't remember now. Oh, Pisco Demon. Oh, so these are the wizards. So those Mind Flayers were sorcerers. Interesting. I was normally I run in terror from the sorcerers, but on this run I was just one-hit KOing the sorcerers. I should have been able to tell by their color palette that they were sorcerers, not wizards. Alright, I think that's a trapped square, so I'm just going to heal up a little bit. Now some money. Yeah, so Mind Flayer is, in the NES version they're called sorcerers, and they're really nasty. They have an instant death attack that if they land a hit, they can just land instant death on you. I don't know if they've taken that out for this version, because I was mostly beating them in one hit, but normally they're the nastiest enemies you can run into down here. They seem to have a very high rate of doing 1 or 2 damage on a physical attack and then just applying instant death to your character. Yeah, no, I know. That's weird about that because I'm working with my knowledge of NES terminology, so I was like, oh yeah, these are just wizards. Okay, I'll fight these, and then oh shoot, those were the nasty ones, and I didn't. You're lucky I didn't get the ambushed attack, because they can on it. You can get 5 or 6 sorcerers ambushed, and they can just kill you all before you have a chance to move. Come on, let's get out of here. Yes. No, that's not where I wanted. Shoot. Oh, no. I thought that was the one that went back up, but I'm going to have to do this whole thing again now. Oh, my gosh. I am punching myself. Oh, man. What a bonehead play that was. That's the way out after you've grabbed the stuff you need. Oh, shoot. Well... back to it. Back to it. Yes, I know. This game does that. It puts you on the wrong side of the stairs, and I don't like it. I can't believe I did that. What a bonehead move that is. So these are the wizards. These are the less threatening guys. Oh man, you need to go into that room. The room below the stairs is one you need to go into. But I don't know how they're going to communicate that visually, because in the NES version, all of the little cracks... Yeah, see, this is the kind of battle I got into that stoned me the first time. Except there was 5 cockatrices and 4 mummies. It was a really nasty one. And this is just a nasty floor in general, these couple floors. But yeah, I don't know how they're going to communicate it visually, because in the NES version you have just these like black circles in the black floor. You just have like these black holes. So they look more like warp. They look more like warp panels. Yeah. Now you say tiles are slightly cracked. Those are the ones going down, but you have to go into another hole that takes you up. So I don't know if they're going to communicate that as steps or another cracked tile or what. Because in the NES one, I suppose there's supposed to be holes you fall through, but then there is one hole that you go up through that looks the same as those other ones. So I don't know if they're going to visualize it as more cracked tiles and have it look like you fall. I'm not sure. We'll find out. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, so in the NES version, it's hard to explain, but they're all just depicted by black circles, including the one that you have to go up. They look like little holes. So I suppose a kid playing could see them, and that's how I kind of got to see them as little warp tiles rather than holes, because you have to go up one. Because you fall down. When you're in the room where you can first see the floater, you have to fall down one of the holes, then you go through this whole thing, and then you find another hole that brings you back up into the floater room. Alright, so yeah, here we have the cracked tiles. No problem there. Trap square with these guys. But this battle wasn't too threatening the last time, and it looks like... Oh, well... Got the paralysis there. This must be an every time ambushed battle. So you've missed a few treasures when you've gone through here. I don't blame you for hurrying through. I would hurry through. I've already got the treasures that I need. The sword and the armor I've already grabbed. I don't need any of the money or anything else that's not there. Dark Wizards. See, these are the these guys can instant kill you as well, I believe. I think they're just called Mage in the NES version. They share the same sprite with Astos, which I'm wondering if this was the same sprite as Astos. Okay, so you think it might be that Spectres have a higher than normal ambush rate? That could be. That could be. I'll take fights like this. I just don't like the instant kill stuff. I'll take these guys. Gosh, I wish I hadn't have just rushed up those steps. I forgot about that. That's exactly where they're placed, too. I'm just unfamiliar with the new tile set here. And I just was running for it. That sprite is not quite the same as Astos. Okay. Yeah, so in the NES one, those are called Mages. They have the same sprite as Astos, but a color palette swap. And then there's another kind of enemy called Spider that has the same sprite design as well. Alright, this is the room I need to go into, and another nasty, nasty battle that I need to get out of right now. Right now. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Ooh, wish he'd have gotten out. Yeah, this dungeon is Kawazu-rific. Oh, man. Ouch. All four missed the chance, huh? We gotta get out of here. Yeah. Let's go. Come on, guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, I can see Kawazu having his hands in this. Alright, how did they... Okay, so they picked it as another cracked square. Alright. Interesting. So this is where I needed to go before. Ice Shield, that's the other bit. So now I have everything that I need. There we go. And let's grab our floater, and let's, yeah, our hit points look okay, I guess. I guess I'll fill up, although the big threat with the early is his instant death stuff rather than Evil Eye, huh? Interesting. Yeah, it would be safer probably to Fire 2, and I do have Fire 3 as well. But I'm hoping to get out as quickly as I can. It would be probably safer to just to blast them away, but I'm less confident in magic than I once was. All right, let's get this Evil Eye. I haven't seen the Fire 3 spell yet, and that'll probably take him out. Yes. So they didn't bump him, huh? That's interesting. They didn't boost the Eye's hit points, I don't think. There we go. Oh, Levistone. Levistone is the name of the stuff. Alright, the legendary floater is called Levistone, eh? Alright, so now I just have to get out of here. And you've got to retreat the same way, and if this is an ambush... Oh, it's not an ambush. Interesting. So this must not be an automatic ambush. Ooh, it's 30. Alright, well, it's alright. I haven't really looked at the Fire 3 animation yet. So now we should be able to get out of here pretty quickly. Oh, really? So they've wiped Beholder completely out now that, yeah, I mean, Wizards of the Coast, I think, is who owns all the D&D stuff. I mean, they own that, and they're the reason they didn't release it when they did the open gaming content stuff. There were certain enemies that they did not release to the open gaming license. And that Beholders are one of them that they kept on. When they released their D20 system, they made a bunch of other stuff, an open license, a bunch of other monsters. But they kept certain ones, the big famous ones, Carrion Crawlers and Beholders. Maybe like, I can't remember, like Owl Bears, like a lot of the kind of iconic D&D monsters that are specific to them. So I could see that being a copyright problem in Japan. That's interesting, though. I never knew that. Cavern of Ice, B1. Let's just get out of here. Here we go. Got my floater. I could have saved in the dungeon, but I'm kind of treating this as if I can't. So now we'll grab our airship, and we'll... I think I'll do the waterfall next. As per my my usual plan. Waterfall should be a fun battle. Yeah, you're right. Japan normally does use things that Western companies probably wouldn't. I mean, probably because they can get away with it. I mean, I can't imagine being a Western company trying to bring Japan into some kind of international copyright court. You'd have to be dealing with all kinds of extra headaches for a payout that would not be all that big. Parodius has a remake of That's the Way I Like It, huh? That pop song, That's the Way I Like It. Interesting. I've never played that game. But I can see Japan just yeah, we like this song. Let's stick in the game. Sure. Let's do it. And maybe they're right about it. Maybe they're right about it. Maybe our culture in the West is too sensitive about intellectual property and letting people use creative material in other creative works without getting the lawyers involved. And yes, Earthbound, I have heard that as well, that Earthbound experienced a lot of problems with music, and there's a lot of things that I've heard on a couple of podcasts I listened to that in the Virtual Console releases, they just left everything in, and probably just no one told anyone, and they just said, we hope that the owners of all these samples we use don't try it. Yes, well, I'm American, and I think some stuff in America is nuts. How's that? Yes, I agree with you that some things, particularly with how aggressive they get with copyright issues, can be quite nuts. Alright, I need to go down around the bottom of this continent. Still struggling with this limited field of view, both in dungeons and on the world map. Wow, one Kaizoku in the ship. I'm glad I'm about ready to be done with these guys. With the ship. See, stuff like this. It's like, I hate even just going through these menus to beat these guys. Yes, Ark, I got very concerned about that when I'm working on stuff, because I do writing now. point in my life, I'm a writer, so when I want to quote something or reference something, I always have to be so careful. And sometimes I have to get risky about even just making a reference or a very simple quote, even if it's as part of a joke or you know, something. I have to be very careful about what I say and how you say it. Ooh, we have a cutscene. Interesting. So you don't have to go there and use the floater. So that's something new about this version. Adding cutscenes for stuff like this. So I wonder if they'll do the same when I have to use like the chime to open up the Mirage Tower. Wow, so I didn't know that European countries still use that word. Well, it has a it has a much more tense history in America than it may have had in Europe. I don't know so much about the at least Western Europe's history with African people, but certainly it was a very harmful word for a long time in America, which is why it's we're very sensitive about it. Wow, this scaling effect is kind of janky. Actually looks pretty hideous. I don't know how you feel about this, but this looks hideous. Ark. Is the Origins version a little bit better looking than this? This is monstrosity. And it's lagging like crazy. Wow. Yeah, the music is awful. It is laggy. It looks gross. My God. That was terrible. Alright, I'm just gonna grab, I think it's all money in the Cardia Islands here. Having the dash feature is nice, so lets me grab all this money a lot more quickly, a lot more efficiently, looting these guys of all their worth. Yeah, high potions and X potions, huh? Yeah, I would imagine in Origins it must look better than this. How did they translate the dragons? Only the brave can obtain a token of their courage. The rat tail. Yeah, that looked pretty awful, I have to say. I'm not looking forward to getting back in the ship. Did I get everything? Yeah. Yeah, X potion. Is that not... Are there not X potions in the Origins version? I just noticed at a random battle earlier that they had high potions, which I was surprised to see. So that made me less surprised about there being X potions. Yes, passed down by the dragons, our legends. Alright, that's a small one. Yeah, this ship music is nuts. Oh, can't land there. Do I have to hit this tile here? So, okay. Oh, Hellfire Chasm. This is a another bonus dungeon then. Okay. This is the... Oh, I didn't mean to go in. I didn't mean to go in. Come on now. I meant to just pop my head in and see what it looked like. Can I get out of here? Uh-oh. I didn't know you were committed when you stepped in here. Am I going to get taken out by the first battle? I wanted to just pop my head in and see what it looked like inside. Now I might be what? Might be stuck? I'm going to create a different save inside of here. There must be an exit somewhere. Like, hope you don't have to go through the entire dungeon to get out. That would be... Ugh. Although I guess I'm holding my own against these enemies. But are these bonus things supposed to be harder than the, like, you're supposed to do them all in the endgame, or are you supposed to do them as you unlock them? That's one thing I didn't really look up. Like, are you supposed to be able to do the Earth Cave after you've unlocked the Earth Cave, or do you need to wait till the end of the game? I can't believe I got myself in here, and I haven't saved since right after the Ice Cave. That was my last save, was right after the Ice Cave. Alright, well. I can see what kind of treasure is in here. A remedy. Oh, thanks for linking the music. Thanks for linking the music. So this suddenly got a lot more intense than I thought it was going to. I have no idea what's in here or what to expect. So I guess I'll just try it. I guess I'm just rolling with this here. I wasn't thinking about saving or anything because I was just going through the Cardia Islands. Didn't know that I was going to be irrevocably stuck in here. Nothing? Can I go in there? No? I'm gonna have to heal up a little bit, and I was gonna restock on everything too before I went into the waterfall. I was gonna just get my money and class up, and then restock on stuff. So I haven't restocked on anything, which is not great. Making me rather upset, but that's okay. I'm just gonna roll with it. We're gonna just see what happens down here. Cockatrice Claw. Oh, these are spell items, huh? You go throw them? That's interesting. That's definitely not according to Hoyle on the NES version. Yeah, level 31. It's crazy. It's crazy how fast you level up in this game. Can I get down in here? I've already been down there. Yeah, I've already done that. You finish your run of Origins at 34, your regular run through. I haven't really been grinding, Ark, so the level up balance must just be really, really wonky. So I haven't really been grinding, but I guess I haven't been like speed gaming it, but I haven't been, you know, intentionally running around grinding levels and money. I guess I did a little bit earlier in the game when I was just going to see if the Peninsula of Power was still there. So I did a little bit just when I was kind of exploring that. But other than that, nothing. Since that early part of the game, I haven't done anything. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you'd have to balance it specifically for handheld games. I suppose they had to keep that in mind, didn't they? Is there like a secret passage somewhere in here that I'm missing? I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I wish I hadn't gone in that door. Because I don't even know what the rules are in here, if they've changed. Oh, there's the steps going down. Oh. What? What? I am so confused. I am so confused. I have no idea what's happening. I am so confused. What is going on? I'm like down by down by Provoca? Down by Coneria? Where am I? I have to talk to this pirate? I have no idea, Ark. Alright, so he's questioning me about Levistone. Alright, I've already got that, no problem. So maybe I was supposed to do this dungeon right after the Fire Temple. I don't know what this is with chests on the overworld and a pirate out on the overworld. But I should be able to get back to my airship, right? This isn't like a different overworld, is it? I don't know, Ark. I don't know what the decision-making was here during this. Like, it wasn't all that hard. See, and I can use my dash command out here on this world map thingy, whatever this is. I can use my dash. They've changed that. I wonder if I can use like tents and stuff out here, or if am I still in a dungeon? All right, so it's a different layout in the overworld, huh? I just want to get out. Can I? Will you let me out of this overworld? I want to see if my tents work. Hey, look, I got an antidote from the battle. Let's see. Yep, okay. They won't let me use my tent. Alright. Let's see what kind of... Can we get here? We're getting another airship in this dungeon? This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. This is so strange. Because clearly I'm in a dungeon that's a different overworld with a pirate and another canoe and another ship and now another airship. This is totally foreign to me. Are they is there like another game inside of these dungeons, or is there like a mini RPG inside of these bonus dungeons? Do I have to complete like a little mini quest that I can't get out of once I've gone in that door? Hellfire Chasm B2, sure enough, there I am. And that's right, I haven't been able to save. The guys are... Seems like they're balanced to about where I am now. Will this get me out? Nope, can't get there. I wonder if I have to take my canoe over there. Yeah, I probably have to take my canoe there. Let me look at the rest of this world, though. Is there like... Are there towns in this dungeon? Overworld dungeon? Or is it really small? See, this looks an awful lot like... The overworld map looks a lot like the other one, but maybe I'm not actually moving around it? Yeah, so my overworld map doesn't work. Wow, that's weird. So it's referencing the other overworld map. Okay, so I have to explore it. Yeah, you're right. So the map is just showing me where I am in space but it's showing me the regular world map over top of it, which is really, really weird. So there's a hole I can look at down there somewhere with my canoe, but otherwise I have to just walk around. Ark, I don't know how to get out of here. I could just reset and go back to my save outside of the ice cave. Unless, like, I'll check that hole and see if that does something for me. Can I get on my canoe in here? Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing that I've seen is this hole. All right, so that gets me to B3 of this thing. Yeah, if I could get out of here, I would. I want to just go. I'm gonna be almost dead here now. Ah! I didn't sign up for this. Yeah, I don't have enough stuff. I wasn't equipping myself for a long, epic experience here. Well, I'll explore it, so I guess I won't get to Kraken, but I will make the best of this, I guess. This place has 9 floors. Jeez, Ark. Well, I got through one pretty quickly. I guess they were trying to flesh the experience out, I guess. Yeah, this is very weird. Oh, and I get him every step. This is nice. Is this going to be the rule for the rest of this floor? Yeah, alright, so I must be in some kind of, so the guy said this is a restricted area, authorized personnel only. That's some kind of weird, I noticed the floor is kind of flashing. I'm not sure if that's coming off in the stream, but the floor is kind of flashing around where I'm standing. But if I go through a few more squares, it looks like I'll be out of it. So let me see if I can get out of this this flashing floor space. Okay, you can see it. I wasn't sure. I know I have a pretty slow frame rate on stream, so I wasn't sure if that was coming out. Okay, so I'm out of the flashy area. What do you have to say? This is very strange. I couldn't get underneath him there. All right, well, can't go that way. I'm not really excited about going back through that every square battle zone. Yes, I think you're right, but I'm glad I'm doing this one. I'm glad I'm doing this version just so I can see what it looks like. But I think I am going to. I guess I'm just going to have to go back to my other save because I do not like this. I do not like the this bonus dungeon. I wish I hadn't stepped into that hole. Hope you're not upset with me, but I just did not want to deal with that. That was not fun. Anything like that, any kind of challenge dungeon I don't really like the FF5 challenge dungeons at the end. Yeah, and I think that's probably I very much agree with what you say because that's how I feel about the NES version. That's why it's difficult for me. I think we were talking about this last time to look at this. As its own game. Because as its own game, I think it's a nice little classic style RPG outside of that nasty awful bonus dungeon, which I'm not going to touch again. And I'm not going to do any of them. I don't even want to bother with those. I don't care what kind of items or treasure they have in there, although the treasure was not very, nothing to write home about, at least on those first couple floors. But anything that's built in, not really to be a fun part of the game or part of the story or part of the experience, that's meant to just be a filler, I don't really love. I do rather enjoy the idea of the extra jobs in FF5. So I have liked watching Sula's solo playthroughs of those bonus jobs, but I don't know if I'd ever want to do that myself. Okay, so back to the drawing board. Back to just getting the money from the Cardia Islands, classing up, and re-equipping for the Waterfall and the Water Temple. So we've got to remember to get... Can't remember where you get everything. The Waterfall, you get the cube from the Waterfall, is that what it is? And you get the slab somewhere. I know you that's where you get that little family of items. The cube, the slab, all of that stuff. You started 4 dancers. Wow, excellent. You're at the Meteor Trio. That would be a very fun playthrough. I'm going to fast forward through some of this if you don't mind. If you're watching your or playing your 4-dancer playthrough. Yeah, I've been hankering to play some FF5 too, but I don't have lots of video game time, and I do like to do these FF1 exploratory streams. So yeah, I can't fast forward during this. My emulator doesn't handle it very well. It doesn't really speed up all that much because the GBA is lagging so much. Yeah, 4 dancers does sound like it would be an interesting experience. Just dance, 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 dance. You're waiting for the Lamia enemies, I'll bet. Bet you're just chomping at the bit to get the Lamia tiara. That's what I would be doing. Be trying to hustle through as fast as I could to get to the Lanka ruins where you can get that Lamia tiara. Unless you can get a dancer item earlier than that. That's the earliest that I can think of you can get those. Alright, here we go. Let's try this again. Right, it's a steel and Lanka. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. That's what if I was playing dancers, I would just be... You want the rainbow dress. Yes, that's a nice one. And what's the earliest you can get rainbow dress? Because I usually don't get it until the Phoenix Tower. You can steal it from one of the enemies in the Phoenix Tower. But is there an earlier time to get it? Oh, yes. Nope, that's not the one I want. And which one was the temple? I can't remember which one was the temple. Phoenix Tower it is. Okay. Alright. So it's not... Oops. I want to get to this one. It is the Phoenix Tower. Now, I guess Rainbow Dress is pretty good because it's got pretty close to Crystal Armor stats, does it not? It's been a while since I've dealt with dancers, but I remember it having really nice stats. And always wanting one on those games when I had the dancers. Because I usually go up to the Phoenix Tower with the thief knife to try to grab wall rings for Omni. So that's usually when I'm up there. All right, this must be where this is where I get my my level up. There's there are candles in the other one. There looks like swords here now. There's King Bahamut. Nice. Nice sprite on King Bahamut. You got 1 ribbon. That's right. Yeah, you would get 1 by that time, huh? Your bravery would seem worthy of consideration. That's kind of flat. Got a rat's tail. Fitting token. Good. I shall honor you with titles befitting your valor. Even with a party, Biblos can be rather tough. Yeah, Biblos can be nasty. I like that fun fact, even with the party. All right, let's take a look at what we've got here now. Okay, nice sprites. The red wizard doesn't look all that much different. The knight has some kind of weird helmety thing on. Huh. And the overland sprites look all right. So now it's time to go. I need to get a couple more spells, particularly the warp spell, the level 5 warp spell, is one that I need. Is there more money down here too? I think there's a little bit more money in the Cardia Islands here. They call it, what is it, Dragon Caves or Dragon Caverns? I'm gonna stick with Cardia Islands. I'm sorry that Biblos is giving you a little bit of trouble. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I guess with bosses, it's yeah, sword dance or drain, and with dancers, you've got to have them in the front row, which is always awful. Dry ether, yeah. Gold needles. You know, well, I need the gold needle actually. That's one of the things I need to buy. Yeah, the dancers are pretty fragile. You're right. They have pretty low vitality growth, so they're kind of an all or nothing class, aren't they? All right. So I need to get back to Melmond to get the warp spell, and need to zoom out here. Okay. Actually, it's just about straight south of where I am. Oh. Over here. Yeah, they have the lowest. I thought so. I thought so. And then it's just like a slap in the face that you've got to stick them in the front row of your party. And is there another... I would imagine you would have to be pretty over-leveled at this point to have made it that far with dancers. Sorry, I've got the life spell now, although with Phoenix Downs I probably don't need the life spell particularly. I should have thought about that. I was like, oh good, I can cast life now, but having Phoenix Downs makes that kind of worthless, doesn't it? Is there an item shop in this town? I think it's... Is it up from where I am? Level 23 before World 2. Yeah, that is pretty high. That is pretty high, but you're probably still dancing around with just a few hundred hit points. Are you around like 500 hit points? Yeah, Neo's gonna be tough. Yeah, maybe not even 500 at 23. I guess I can't remember. I can't remember now what it is. Elfland has softs, which I need. They've got a little bit more extensive item shop than some of the other ones do. Yeah, Neo's gonna be tricky. At least you'll be draining a lot of MP and a little bit of hit points back from him. 551. Oh, with Astaire. That's a nice name. That's a perfect name for your dancer. I love it. All right, I'm gonna fill up on potions. Antidotes, I guess I don't really need so much. Echo Grass, I don't need. Hence, I'll get a few, I guess. All right, so gold needles is the big one, and maybe I'll get 10 more here. I don't know what I'm gonna be facing later. 551. Okay, so I was close. All right, so I think I'm actually ready now. So I've got level 5 spells with everybody. I've got, yeah, Phoenix Downs. I've got potions. I've got a couple of high potions. Yep, he's a well-known dancer, Fred Astaire. That works perfect. Yeah, there's not a lot of world-famous dancers that come to everybody's mind. What was the Russian ballet dancer who was famous in like in the 80s? Karishnikov? Shoot. He also was like on TV a little bit in the 90s. Time Ages Chrono. That's a natural choice. That's a natural choice, of course. All right, so am I ready for the waterfall? I think I'm ready for the waterfall. Let's do this waterfall thing. Gosh, I think it's Baryshnikov. Was the he was a Russian ballet dancer who was big in. He did a lot of like they did film releases of some famous Russian ballets like the Nutcracker and a few other Tchaikovsky ballets, and he was kind of the definitive male lead in a lot of those versions. All right, there's the waterfall, and the landing tile is usually down here. Yep. Yep. That sounds about right. Yeah. Because he even kind of enjoyed some popularity in America. I would assume in Russia he was quite a big superstar, but we even saw him and heard about him in Russia. He actually had a part on the TV show Sex and the City. He had a short part. Not as himself. He played another Russian guy. So he kind of had some Western fame. Anyway, when I was DMing a Pathfinder game, I named a villain after him, a dancing villain after him. He was a bard, a dancer bard, bad guy. And I'm pretty sure it was Baryshnikov because I had to look it up to see how it was spelled because I had no idea how to spell it. I just remember that name. Although I'm sure there probably would be multiple ways to spell it in English. But the way I found is what I went with, and don't ask me to try to spell it now because I don't remember now what it was. So yeah, anyway, the waterfall. Let's do it. More bats? Did they say key? They sure do say key. Awesome. Alright. So I'm going to be making, oh yeah, that's right, I remember these guys. Oh, that's right, I need to move my gauntlets back up to the top. After I sorted, they got it moved. The most unpleasant was Monk, huh? Dancer might take the cake for unpleasant. I would imagine. I would imagine that would. All right. I'm gonna move my gauntlets and my healing staff back up to the top. Oh, and poison from the mud golems. I don't remember that. And I'm pretty sure they resist magic pretty heavily. So I will. Now I know that. Or now I remember that, I should say. Alright, let's do this. Alright, let's, I want to keep Antidote up near the top. I'm just going to move my gauntlet and my healing staff up to the top. There we go. Because I'm going to be needing those a lot in this dungeon. Except for these guys. I'm just going to go ahead and attack with these guys because I can one-shot these guys, which just seems strange the way the red mages they're so powerful fighters. And I don't love getting poisoned every battle. That's not great. Cool. And I wonder, is there like the wizard mummies? Are those, I wonder how they're going to be named. Normally the waterfall is kind of heavy with wizard mummies. Certain parts of it can be. So far, nothing but these clay golems, which I think are mud goals in the NES version. We also have rock goals and iron goals in the NES version. King mummy, huh? Cool. I'll go for that. Fire 2 ought to take care of, should be all of them, unless they put them to sleep, which I'm hoping to not happen. Should have had my fighters attack the wizard mummies rather than just mashing A. Let's see if this takes all of them out. I can't remember what their hit point values are. All right, got them all. This is a pretty good place to level up a little bit. Lets you get annoying guys that poison you, like these. I think I will. I'll change my boss to Kraken, since he will be my next target. It will be my next target, I suppose. I don't know what the sex of Kraken is. Man, these golems are annoying, and this encounter rate is not great either. Yeah, the Titan finisher. Yeah, I guess that would be rather tough. Yeah, I guess that would be a limiting factor, and you would have to. Okay, but you did have enough hit points. I guess you could have gone and confused a Gala cat and got float. But as long as you had enough to survive, you should be okay. I remember with some parties that it ended up being quicker for me to do that because I wouldn't be anywhere near enough hit points to survive. So I would just go get float from one of the Gala cats. And I remember using a dancer a few times to do that. Tempting Tango to get them to cast float on somebody. And then I would go do the Titan battle. Oh, you had to get 2 angel rings. Yeah, I guess if you had, that aging status would be pretty rough, wouldn't it? Ugh. Oops. I'm going to try to conserve MP just so I have enough to use the warp spell once I've grabbed the, whatever the treasure is in here. I can't remember what it is, but I think is there a mage staff in here, or is that in the undersea palace? I can't remember now. But I think this is, there's the cube I get from from this guy. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is a nasty battle. Let's get these let's get our attacks in. Come on, this is a bad battle to run into. Now on for Manticore. This is nasty. I'm hoping that this Fire 3 takes them all out. Okay, good. That was scary. That was scary. Wizard Staff, that casts Confusion. There's a ribbon. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Defender, got a better sword. Love the equipment in this place. Nice. I have been waiting. Take this cube. Tiamat. Tiamat, maybe. Flying Fortress, please. Got my warp cube. Excellent. So I wonder if there'll be a cutscene when we use the warp cube. Oh, and the robot does what? Does he blow up? Yeah, he doesn't do anything for me. Huh. Cool. Well, let's get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Cool. On to Kraken. But I guess to get to the Kraken, I need to get the Fairy and the Oxy Ale, which I'm curious to see how they translated Oxy Ale, if they improved the translation of that. Wipe. Ooh, you got a wipe on Manticore. Yeah. You're gonna have a few of those, I'm sure. Yeah, Manticore's tough. I guess you probably have enough hit points to survive maybe one Aqua Rake, but maybe not two. You're gonna have to try to get a series of quick dances in right away. All right, where is that desert? And done. You got him. Good. Congrats. Oh, the desert's right above me. Now, will it let me land on that tile now? No, it won't. They fixed that bug, huh? Can I land here? No. Does it have to be over here? It's harder to tell in this version what it is. Congrats on Manticore, by the way. Oh, Frost? That's right, he has Frost, too. That's right, you're taking me back in time, Ark. You might need a flame ring, you know? Yeah, I suppose you might. Oh, they've lowered the price for me. And they actually tell me it has a fairy in it. Well, I'm glad they lowered the price. That's good. You think you might need that going into the next world? It certainly would be a help. I mean, having a flame ring would certainly be a big boost when you have to take on X-Death at the end of World 2 and a few other situations, as I don't need to tell you about. So you might have to do that after Galef leaves, yeah? Alright. Is it over here that has... Did we get a cutscene here with the fairy? Yeah. Here's where the fairy does its thing. Then we've got to get the Oxy Ale, or Oxygen. Level 7. It'd be a while before I have level 7 spells. Ooh, what do the brooms here say again? Oh, they don't speak backwards in this town in this version, huh? Oh yes, okay, so we've got the higher level spells here, which I don't need. Whoops, I exited the town somehow. No, come on. I need to get to that fountain. Where's the fairy fountain? Yeah, the broom said busy, busy, swish, 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 busy, busy, busy. In Matoya's cave, they say something like that. Okay, is it back around this way? Yeah. Yeah, they say busy, 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 and then they say forwards or backwards, whatever I say is interesting, or something kind of lame like that. What? Oh, that's the clinic. And then they will say the push B select. Talk to the witch. Oh, by the broom. That's right. This is the guy. Yeah, so this pirate is in the NES version who does the same thing. He says, "Har, I caught the fairy and put it in a bottle." So he's your secret to the caravan. I'll see what that witch says, because I am curious if I can find her again now. This is the big town, I remember. This is the big one. So yeah, there's not the thing about the backwards talking brooms. Swish swishery. So in the NES version, the thing is in the manual, and I don't know, someone in the game might say it too, but it says brooms may be able to talk backwards. And then in Matoya's cave, the brooms give you the push B select hint code, whatever it is, to open up the map. Because that's something I don't think they put in the manual of the NES version of the guide, that the B select map. What? Come on. I wish they told me where those tiles were, so I don't have to keep doing this same walk around this whole town. I think they sell the cat claw there, but I don't think there's any other armor that that I need to buy. Got to get to that. Okay, in Origins she says it's good at making itself look busy. Aha. All right, here's the ferry. So they did change that a little bit, but they kept the message the same. I can't remember what the NES one says. I know that there is a broom in this town, and there is another witch in this town. It's still called Oxyale. Alright, it's still Oxyale. Interesting. So that's what I need to breathe. So I would imagine it's also Oxyale in the Origins version then, if they've kept it the same in this version. There we go. Air comes out of that water. Interesting. So here I can get out. Alright, I am going to check the weapon and armor shops just to make sure there's nothing that I want. I don't need the cat claw item. And I don't think I need any of the big expensive stuff. Oh yeah, this is the pro ring. Oops, I don't need 11 of them. But I'll take the pro ring. Yeah, I guess yeah, you don't need all that angel ring, do ya? All those angel rings. 40,000. I think that's the opal gauntlet. I'm gonna not get that. There we go. Do have the pro ring though, which is nice, and yeah, I don't need the cat claw. Yeah, selling the angel ring off, yeah, you wouldn't have as much need for that as you would the flame ring later. I bet I'm closer, yeah, probably closer to head east and go around the hemisphere line. Actually, a lot closer. And that's where I'm heading, but I have a long walk, I believe. Right? You can't park anywhere nearby, can you? I don't think so. Can I park out on this thing? I can't remember if that one was a viable parking spot in the NES version. Now I'm gonna have to go all the way back here, I guess. Nope. One tile over. Thank you, game. Yes, I agree with you about the variants. I still need to do some kind of variant run, but I've been into streaming so much that I definitely would not want to stream a variant run outside of the Fiesta, which is cool. I really like the Fiesta one, but of course that's a little different than a solo character or a all characters of one class run. But they can be, especially with me kind of fumbling my way around, can be less than exciting to stream. So I'm going to in up here, and then I think I'll do the non-Kraken part of this dungeon first. So I'll head upstairs in it first, and I guess the mage staff is one that I'll need. Yeah, 4 blues would be fun. That would be a fun run. Be pretty quick once you got the hang of things. Oh, the shining object. Yes, the robot. He's been waiting for me. I think that guy has a hint like that in the NES version as well. Save the mermaids. That's right. They'll turn into bubbles if I don't save them. Whoa, and she disappears. That's interesting. When it's a barrel. Why did you choose fun? You chose dancers. Hey, it's your way of being thorough. Choosing dancers is just your way of being thorough. You can't do all the classes unless you do 4 dancers and 4 berserkers. and it's this music, which is this is one of the better music tracks in this version. I will give it that. This music track is not so bad. Definitely not like that awful airship music. Yikes. I know. 4 Berserkers not gonna happen. I know. Oh, that's right. I think it's to the right where the upstairs are. These later dungeons. No, I know, Ark. I'm not going to make any empirical statements about the soundtrack. It's up and right. Okay, that's what I thought. Like I said, I know the layout of these dungeons a little bit less well than the earlier game dungeons. And I want to make sure. I think the mage staff is down here as one piece of treasure. I want to make sure I grab. And then there's like the opal. Some of the opal stuff is in here as well. Which I think is ruby. I think is ruby in this one. This section is fresh, so you've just done this recently then? Or maybe you've done it many, many times? I'll just go with... Oh, does someone have the gauntlet equipped? Oh, I need to change that. Why is it down there, I wonder? Huh. I'm gonna have to switch that around. I wonder how it got moved down to the bottom of my inventory. Okay, you did an Origins run release. Oh yeah, I remember that. You mentioned that. I'm sorry. I should have remembered that. Lots of A mashing in this. Alright. How did my gauntlets get moved all the way down here? I do not know, but there they are. Yeah. Okay, when I was doing my NES one, yeah. And I was, yeah, I guess I have just been through this not too long ago. But the tile sets they look so different to me. Ooh, we have the Wizard Sahag down here. I think they're green in the other version, of course. So this battle might be worth... let me see what kind of experience we get here. Oh, that's right. I forgot about my knights have some very limited white magic, but look at that. 8 MP and 6 MP. Pretty pathetic. I don't think I would even bother getting spells for them, though, because I have so many extra ways to heal. I have there's high potions and X potions and saving anywhere and all kinds of goodies that we don't have. Alright, hoping for no poison here. So yeah, I'll grab now that I've got the cube, it's the slab that I need from going up. I'm remembering now it's the slab, although it might be called a tablet or something in this version. I wonder if it's called tablet. Seems like that would make a little bit more sense. That would have been a better translation back then. Not that, like, the 9-year-old me knew what a slab or a tablet would have been, I guess, but... And this dungeon is another one where the limited field of view is really gonna get in my way and annoy me. Because it has all these checkerboard patterns and straight lines, and also the wind dungeon. Yeah, Rosetta Stone. That might be. That would be a good choice for it also. That would be a nice real life reference to a valuable stone that helped us with languages, of course. But I don't know, is that breaking the fourth wall to have a reference to a planet Earth actual artifact? Who knows? There aren't really any rules, I guess, games like this. Alright, how are we doing for experience? 624, alright, that's a lot better than like the 75 I was getting from the regular Sahags. Origins didn't care. Alright, that's good. These guys should each go down. Yeah, these guys should be one hit. Very good. Light axe, very good. Cool. So let me... Alright, I'm going to move these around a little bit more. Oh, there's elixirs too, huh? In this game? That's interesting. I don't have any use for those. So let's get my healing staff up. Yeah, that's the confused one. Need that. Ooh, I gotta put my ribbon on somebody. How did that sneak by? So I won't be needing my X potion in battle. Where's that light axe? There it is. Yeah. That's harm 2. Yeah, I don't really have any plans for that. So, let's make sure... Yeah. And I'll have to watch out for that. I'll have to watch very carefully. Alright. This is the floor that has the tablet. Diamond armlet. That's the, I think maybe that's the opal armlet. Yeah. And I think it's up and to the left is where the passage to the slab room is. Or is it to the top right, maybe? Yeah, I think it's up left, but I'll make sure I get all the rest of these, because the mage staff might be up here. I can't remember exactly where the mage staff is, but that's the other one that I want. Although, if I miss it, I won't be too heartbroken, because I've got plenty of MP on my mages. This game would be a really quick speed run, I would think. That would be my guess. Alright, diamond shield, very good. Alright, yep. Alright, so now I've got to get up and to the left to go down that long passage. But do I have to go down to go up? Again, this narrow field of view is kind of getting in the way of me seeing where I need to go. Alright, yeah, those are the mermaids we need to save. Let's see how far I can go up here. Can I go up and around this one? Alright, yes. We're on the right track. And I think this is the slab. They've shortened that little loop around thing. Diamond gloves, diamond helmets, and it is Rosetta Stone. There we go. You were right, Ark. It is Rosetta Stone. But it looks like there's one chest that I missed up here. That I'll grab that and then I will warp out. Is it this one? No, it must be that one. Yep. Bet it's this one. Perfect. 10 and 10,000. Alright, so it's one of those chests with 10 and 10,000. Alright. Cool, let's get out of here and then it'll be down to Kraken. All right, I will. I'll pop back and stay at the inn, and then it's yeah. I think up and to the left goes back down, as I'm sure you remember. There we go. All right. So I'm curious as to what Kraken's going to look like. If he's going to do the same, if he has the same kind of threatening attacks that he has, where the physical attacks are just brutal and the ink attack is there. I would imagine they've kept that pretty close to the original. So let's do it. Yes, I want to get in that barrel. And then after Kraken, I will I'll call it a stream. I'll be signing off after that. I have a few other things to do today. This is a nice little interstitial scene there. The Sea Shrine is the name of it, that's right. But yeah, I guess I don't really need the mage staff, so I'm not going to try too hard for that, I suppose. Whoops. Yeah, I don't need the heal staff yet. Aww. Yes, it is very cute. That's you're referencing, it is very cute. I imagine, are you still grinding over there? Trying to get that flame ring? I know that's probably a rough grind. And grinding without Galef, so he's going to be way under-leveled for you. I remember there's a really wonky route through this dungeon. Oh, you're on the big bridge now. All right, so you're... Oh yes, and these guys. The mage staff would be handy for these guys because they hit pretty hard. Yeah. I don't know if Harm 2 is going to, yeah, it's not going to quite one-shot him, but combined with the mage staff it would. So if we can get our hands on the mage staff before too much longer. Actually, I probably should have used the heal staff there. Yeah. To get a little bit of that hit points back. But the experience is pretty good. Yeah, more ghosts, huh? There we go. Gilgamesh could be... Oh, Gilgamesh could be bad. Yeah, with dancers. You're just going to have to keep going until you get all sword dances in a row. Yeah, that big bridge battle can be rough. They don't mess around with Gilgamesh in that battle, do they? There we go. So, getting good experience from the ghosts. Yeah, this is the wonky way through. Ooh, yes, Water Naga, excellent. She might be Gray Naga in the other one, but that's okay. We can one-shot, as we can one-shot a lot of these enemies with fighter attacks. Pretty weak showing by those chests. I remember that being the same, I think, in the NES version. Those chests are quite nerfed. Underpowered chests as they are. Man. Deep Eyes, these guys are called Big Eye in the NES version. So they're the step up from the Odd Eye. Ooh, alright, so these are the water elementals. These look very much like the water elemental sprite from the NES version. So that was probably a trapped square. Actually, I'm just see if I can brute force my way through these guys. See if both attacks from these red mages can take this one out. Yeah, with a critical on the flame sword, that'll help. Alright, should be okay on hit points for now. Yeah, good luck on that Gilgamesh battle. That could be a source of some frustration, but you're no stranger to frustration. You barely survived, but you got him. Hey, as long as you got him. Oops. Long as you got him. I should have had my fighters spread out their attacks so that the harm 2 might take out more than one. But all right, there we go. He got a good hit that took one out on its own. See if we can get him before they attack. Good, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oops. Just gonna keep on keeping on here. Well, it's good to know that I don't want to do those bonus dungeons in this game. I was kind of curious about doing them, but now that I've seen what one looks like, and it's awful, now I know I don't want to do them. So next stream, I might be able to just go ahead and beat the thing. I might just do Mirage Tower and... Is this a trap square? Ooh, this is a nasty one. But that's okay. I've got plenty of these. So we should be okay. Look at that. Block the instant death attack. And we're protected from the instant death because I think the Paralisk or the Pyrolisk, I think they have the instant death rather than stone attack. So we're actually not protected from those. Giant's gloves. What are giants? Whoa, the graphics glitched out on me. I don't know, did you see that? The graphics glitched out as I was going into the menu there. What are the giant's gloves? Oh, they cast Saber when they're used. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So, that's okay, that's okay. Does Saber stack with Temper in this game? That's one thing I don't know, is if Saber can stack with Temper. Because I've been using the Haste Temper combo. I don't have access to Saber on my wizards. I don't know if it stacks that way. For the Fiend, I may try it. Another light axe. Yes, it does. Okay, nice. And I see by the smiley message that you've done that yourself. And I can't wait to try it on the upcoming boss because I'm going to need probably every little bit that I can get. I'm going to heal up here. Oops, he's already full. Yeah, there we go. Get some hit points back, although healing staff grinding is... I probably am playing this too much. Wow, so with Mass Immune, Haste, Temper, and Saber, you got half triple digits, huh? Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see how that works. That will be great. So I'll have to make sure not to throw away those Giant's gloves. Because normally in the NES version, you just throw those away. A trapped square with the gray sharks, huh? Seems an interesting choice. $10.15. Wow, nice. Another ribbon. Excellent. That's what I need. There we go. Okay, ribbon number 2 obtained. Let's get a little bit of that. Yeah, you're right. That's pretty much 4 9s. Unless, I mean, I guess with Chaos, you would need something like that if they boosted Chaos's hit points. That's OP, huh? OP. Nice. No space. OP, no space. I'll have to remember that one. I'm always bad with Twitch emotes. I'm always bad in remembering them. But yeah, I should be able to after today's stream. Yes, and not a troll. I know you're not a troll. You would never be a troll. Yeah, I know the hover over is nice. The hover over is nice. Obviously, I don't want to do it while I'm playing here, but yeah, the hover over is a nice touch. I must have missed the mage staff, but I don't really care. Unless it's, I don't know, unless it's down here. I don't remember it being all the way down in the bottom. I must have walked by it, but I'm not going to go back and look for it. Because I just don't need it. Going to get to Kraken and finish up. Kraken must be up. Yeah, Kraken must be up. Is it up and around? I remember it's kind of a long walk through an empty room, I think. If I remember, there's a big empty room with a couple of empty rooms inside of it. And then Kraken is through that. Good morning, Soniku. I assume that you're yawning because it's early where you are. Yeah. 9 in the morning. Well, it's 2 in the afternoon for me, and I assume with Ark it's maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours later than where I am. I'm guessing Ark is 2 hours later than I am. I bet it's 4 p.m. for Ark, but that's just a guess. So Soniku, I'm just about to take on Kraken, and then I'm going to be finishing up. I know I'm a lot earlier than I normally am. Bingo, spot on. Well, thank you, Ark. I thought I had that right. But so yeah, Soniku, I'm going to be finishing up after I fight Kraken here. So I know it's early. I'm sorry you can't see very much of the stream today. I'll try to do another later one sometime. But that's most days that's a bad time of day for me to do streaming. So it's tougher for me to do the evening and weekend ones. Generally just not as handy. Where's the door out of here? This Kraken's right up there. Yes, yeah, Soniku, you missed an awful... you missed an awful... I accidentally went into one of the bonus dungeons, and I wanted to pop my head in and see what it looked like. I didn't realize that once you go in, you're stuck. So I walked around trying to get out of that for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes, maybe more, and it was terrible. So I now know I'm not going to be doing any of the bonus dungeons in this game. Yeah, maybe I could. When we're done, I'll show you the airship too. The airship is a nightmare in this game. It's awful. And maybe I will pop into... Oh, so you've played through the bonus dungeon, Soniku, so you know what's down there? I did not care for them. I did not care for them. All right, I'm going to stop to think here for a second, just to make sure I've got everything set that I need. Make sure I have a game plan. I need to get my... Okay, they're fun if you come in. Yeah, maybe it was just because I wasn't ready to do them. I wasn't ready to go down. I went into the fire one, and I ended up on, like, another world map that was, like, a dungeon floor that was a world map piece, and there was, like, treasure chests on the world map, and it was all this weird... I just wasn't ready for it, maybe, so, but I did not like it. I don't know if I'm going to do them, because I'm itching to get to another game after I finish this one. Alright, so I've got the saber casting item up there. So, yes, let's go for it. So I'll do haste and temper and saber to get started, and then and hope for good luck with his attacks. All right, let's take a look at this sprite. Not a bad sprite. Not a bad sprite. And not as good as Lich and Carry, I think. But not bad. Alright. Would have liked to seen that go through before. Ooh, alright. Good block on the damage. Bad timing on these hastes. But we had a good first round from Kraken. He was cooperating with us. Where's Temper? There it is. Again, wow. I'm surprised I was able to hold off that much damage. Yeah, I don't really want to run into Warmech. I would assume he's still in the game here. Alright, so now I want to use the giant gloves. Oh, it's only on self. It's only self giant gloves work, huh? Interesting. And I guess we can just attack. Yeah, 371. And we'll stack Saber with him. So let's see what this looks like tomorrow. Alright, next round. And now you need the giant gloves. $116. That's a little bit better damage from him. Wow, there was a nice attack. That was a nice attack. Okay, so in that NES version, it's bugged. Well, I would assume everything is bugged. So the Warmech encounter is not the rarest, but you think they thought it should have been the rarest? And the way they programmed it just didn't quite work? I'd buy that. I'd buy that. Like my Final Fantasy 1 characters with the marks. Cool. Oh, and here we get the water grotto will be unsealed. Yeah, so having done it, I don't know, I don't think, I probably won't do them on stream if I do them at all, the bonus dungeons, because I am hankering to get onto some other games, like the FF Restored patch. I'm very interested in trying. And then after that, it's going to be almost, you know, FF5 Forge Out Fiesta warm-up season. After that. Cool. So 3 crystals set. Okay, they have some references. All right, so maybe it would be worth it to go through. I just need to make sure I'm ready. I have to be emotionally ready for them when we get there. I'm going to take one more look at this awful airship effect. Soniku, what do you think of the airship effect in this game? It looks like the GBA would be melting, trying to run it on its own hardware. At least my emulator is like it's overloaded. It lags like crazy. The music is just like a honky little thing. But I assume the music is struggling because the hardware is having such a hard time rendering the game. All right, I'll show you then, because I'm gonna fly back to Canaria to save at the end. Because next time we pick up, I'll be going to the Mirage Tower. So I'll save in a more central location. Just get these all out of here. So we'll take a look at it because it's pretty rough. It's special. I like the way you put that, Ark. Ark is always such a positive commenter. You're always you have a way to put a happy spin on just about everything. That's a good thing. See if I can just clear this out quickly, and then you can take a look at the gloriousness that is the airship. I've never played this on a GBA. In fact, I've never played an actual GBA, Game Boy Advance system, but here we go. I will let it speak for itself. There's my Mirage Tower. But it's skipping and lagging, and yeah, I mean, it could be my emulator. Okay, so you had so that's good. I was wondering if that was the case, if it was just my emulator struggling to keep up with these incredible GBA Mode 7 graphics. Because this hasn't really been happening on anything else I've been doing with this game, unless my computer starts trying to do background things. But that was just really, really rough. That was really rough. All right, so I'm going to end up here and save up, and then I'm going to call it a stream. But thank you guys for popping in and chatting and saying hello. Next week sometime, I will try to get on there, and we'll knock out the last couple of dungeons. I'll do the Mirage Tower, the Sky Castle, and the last one. Yeah, it might. Maybe I'll try that, Soniku. Not that you guys will be able to see it, but I'll try that. I'll get on the airship, and I'll cut the stream, and then next time we get together, I'll let you know if it got any better. But in the meantime, I'll actually, you know what? I'll say it in the chat. If you guys stick around in the chat for a few seconds after I cut the stream, I'll let you know if you're interested. If you care, I will let you know. But thank you guys for popping by. Sometime next week, we'll go on there and we'll clear out the last couple dungeons, catch the ending, and then we'll try the FF1 restored patch on the NES version. But have a good rest of your day there, guys, and we'll talk to you later.